The word extinct carries finality. It is a full stop in the story of life. When scientists declare a species extinct, it means no heartbeat has been recorded, no footprints found, no eyes have met ours in decades. It means the forests have gone quiet in a very specific way, a silence that cannot be undone. Or so we believe. But nature has a habit of humbling human certainty. Again and again, across decades and continents, animals we confidently erased from existence have returned, sometimes quietly, sometimes dramatically, forcing us to confront an uncomfortable truth. Extinction is not always the end. This is not a story about miracles. It is a story about endurance, about species that slipped through the cracks of human knowledge, about creatures that survived wars, climate shifts, deforestation, and the relentless expansion of humanity. These are the animals that refuse to go extinct. In December 1938, a fishing trawler off the coast of South Africa hauled in a strange, heavy fish tangled in its nets. It was blue-gray, with fleshy, lobed fins that looked more like limbs than fins. Its scales were thick and armored. Its eyes reflected an ancient stillness. To most people, it was just another ugly fish. To science, it was impossible. The coelacanth was believed to have gone extinct 66 million years ago alongside the dinosaurs. It was known only from fossils, a transitional species thought to bridge the evolutionary gap between fish and the first land animals. And yet, here it was, alive, breathing, watching. When ichthyologist J.L.B. Smith saw the specimen, he reportedly felt dizzy. He later described the moment as if I had met a dinosaur walking down the street. The coelacanth had survived mass extinctions, continental drift, and the rise of mammals by retreating into the deep, dark underwater caves where humans never looked. For millions of years, it waited, not evolving, not advancing, simply enduring. Its rediscovery shattered assumptions about evolution and extinction. It reminded us that survival does not always mean dominance. Sometimes survival means disappearing from view. In the dense forests along the Vietnam-Laos border, locals spoke of a shy, horned animal they called the Saola, the spindlehorns. For centuries, these stories were dismissed as folklore, until 1992. That year, scientists surveying the region found an unfamiliar skull hanging in a hunter's home. The horns were long, straight, and elegant. The skull did not match any known species. What followed shocked the zoological world. The Saola was not just a new species, it was an entirely new genus of large mammal discovered in the late 20th century, something many believed was no longer possible. Nicknamed the Asian unicorn, the Saola immediately became one of the rarest mammals on Earth. Almost no one has seen one alive. No clear footage exists. No successful breeding in captivity has ever occurred. And yet, evidence suggests they are still there. Camera traps occasionally capture blurred shadows. Locals continue to report sightings. Tracks appear, then vanish. The Saola survives by avoiding us, not fighting, not adapting, just staying unseen. Its existence raises a haunting question. How many species have disappeared, not because they died out, but because we never truly noticed them? In the swamps of the southeastern United States, the ivory-billed woodpecker was once king. With a wingspan over 30 inches and a striking black and white body crowned by a red crest, it was impossible to ignore. And yet, by the mid-20th century, it vanished. Deforestation destroyed its habitat. Logging erased ancient trees it depended on. By 1944, the last widely accepted sighting was recorded. Scientists declared it extinct, but the swamps disagreed. For decades, locals reported sightings. They described powerful wing beats, distinctive double-knock calls echoing through flooded forests. In 2004, a blurry video reignited global debate. Some called it wishful thinking, others called it proof. Even today, the ivory-billed woodpecker exists in a strange state, officially extinct, yet persistently reported. It has become a symbol of hope and controversy, a reminder that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Sometimes extinction is caused by something small. In 1918, a supply ship ran aground near Lord Howe Island, Australia. Rats escaped. Within years, a large flightless insect known as the tree lobster vanished, declared extinct, gone. Then, decades later, climbers scaling Ball's Pyramid, a sheer volcanic spire rising from the ocean, noticed something unexpected. Large insects, alive, clinging to existence on a single rock formation. The Lord Howe Island stick insect had survived on less than a square kilometer of land, hiding from predators, enduring storms, subsisting on sparse vegetation. From millions to dozens, it is one of the most dramatic examples of a species pulled back from the brink, not through dominance, but through stubborn persistence. The last known Tasmanian tiger, or Thylacine, died in captivity in 1936. Photographed pacing its enclosure, mouth opening in a silent yawn, it became Extinction's most haunting face. Yet sightings never stopped. Footprints, nighttime encounters, grainy footage. Tasmania's wilderness remains vast and largely unexplored. Some researchers believe small populations could still exist, hidden in remote valleys. The Thylacine occupies a space between science and belief, a predator erased by fear and misunderstanding, a warning about how quickly humans can destroy what they do not understand. Extinction is a human word. Nature operates on probabilities, not absolutes. Species disappear from our awareness long before they disappear from the planet. Dense jungles, deep oceans, remote mountains. These are not empty places, they are refuges. Animals that refuse to go extinct often share common traits: elusive behavior, low population density, remote habitats, minimal reliance on human-altered environments. They survive by stepping out of sight. Rediscovery brings joy, but it also brings guilt, because every rediscovered species forces us to ask, how close did we come to losing you forever? And more importantly, what will we do now that we know you are still here? The animals that refuse to go extinct did not survive because we saved them. They survived despite us. They endured in silence, in darkness, in places untouched by our certainty. Their stories are not just scientific curiosities. They are messages, warnings, and promises. As long as life exists beyond our sight, hope remains. Because extinction is not always the end of the story. Sometimes it is only a pause.